Assalamu alaikum dear learners. I hope you all are fine. I am also fine. Alhamdulillah. And again, this is Mohammad Shahidul Islam, English teacher, Milestone College. Dear learners, today we are going to have another English class for the students of class 8 and our today's online video class number 39. Today we are going to read two lessons from English for today and also going to learn another model question, that means model question number 3 from Navodut book. So I request you to take your necessary books, CW copies, pen, pencils, everything with you. Dear learners, as usual, I have designed my class with the help of PowerPoint presentation. But before starting our today's class, today's new lesson, I would like to ask you some questions from the previous class. I think you all have learned your previous class, but still I would like to ask some questions from there. Let's enjoy today's class now. Dear students, evaluation of previous class. Read the following text carefully and answer the questions 4 and 5. Dear learners, you know it is unseen passage, so you must read the text very carefully. This type of text usually taken from unknown place, but when you read it, you must keep rapt attention in reading, because you will have to be understood all the information given in the text. Okay, here's the text for you. I think you learned your previous class, and this is the text for you. You will have to answer question number 4, answer question number 4 and 5 from the reading of this text. Okay, now I am going to read from here, because you are not before me. So I am going to read the text and you must be very, very careful, and I will ask you some question after finishing the reading. The city with the highest temperature yesterday was Singapore. At noon, the temperature in Singapore was 33 degrees Celsius, and at midnight, the temperature there was 25 degrees Celsius. Tokyo had the second highest temperature. It was only 2 degrees Celsius lower than in Singapore at noon. The temperature in Rome at noon was 30 degrees Celsius, the same as in Newark. However, Newark's temperature at midnight was 1 degree lower than Rome's. The noon temperature in Cairo was 29 degrees Celsius, 1 degree higher than that in Hong Kong. The temperature at midnight in Paris was 11 degrees Celsius, less than that at noon in Paris yesterday. Although Stockholm's temperature at midnight was the same as the temperature at midnight in Paris, its noon temperature was 14 degrees Celsius. The coolest city was London, with a temperature of only 22 degrees Celsius at noon and 13 degrees Celsius at midnight. The city with the highest temperature had a lot of sunshine throughout the day. It was cloudy and dry at Stockholm, but it rained heavily in both London and Hong Kong. This is all about the passage, and there are a lot of information in this passage. Okay. So you must be very, very carefully reading this type of text. And this text is adapted from Writing English Language Test, edited by J.B. Hatton, 1989. Okay. And now, dear learners, this is the first question for you. Complete the following table with the information given in the text. Here is the table. This is called information table. You will have to just you will have to just collect the information from the text. Name of the cities: noon, midnight. Singapore at noon it was 33 degrees Celsius. But what was the temperature at midnight? You will just collect the information, the temperature of Singapore at midnight. Okay. Then Tokyo, you will have to collect the information at the temperature of at noon, and New York and Cairo the same. You'll have to collect all the information on the temperature of Tokyo, New York, and Cairo at noon. Okay, and the last one here is 14 degrees Celsius. The temperature is given here, but you must collect the name of the city here. Okay, uh, what do you say? Can you answer the question? Can anyone? Yes, I think you all can. Still, I would like to place the answer for you here. And this all the answer here. Tokyo, Singapore 33 degrees Celsius, and but midnight it was 25 degrees Celsius. Tokyo at noon it was 31 degrees Celsius. New York 30 degrees Celsius. Cairo 29 degrees Celsius. And 14 degrees Celsius was the temperature of Stockholm. Okay, dear learners, I think you have understood the process, how you collect the information from the text, and how you write the answer. And here I would like to mention the important thing that you should not produce the trouble or full sentence in your answer script. You just write the answer here. I have mentioned like that. Just answer here, write this answer, okay? But you can write it one after another, but you should not reproduce all the text here, okay? Dear learners, and now the question number 5 here. Read the passage again and write true or false beside the following statement. Give answer for the false statement. Here is the first statement here. At noon, the temperature at Tokyo is 31 degrees Celsius. You must match the information with the text. Number 2, the New York's midnight temperature is as the same as the room's. Number 3, Hong Kong's noon temperature was 30 degrees Celsius. Number 4, the noon temperature of Paris was 11 degrees Celsius, higher than the midnight temperature. Number 5, it rained heavily at Stockholm. Here I would like to give you an information that this here the question number is 5, but that the sub question number is also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this it will be not like that. There will be A, B, C, D, E. There will be five statement, and the number will be the first one A, the B, then C, then D, and the last one D, E. So it's a mistake here. And now the answer here, at noon the temperature at Tokyo was 31 degrees Celsius, and it's true. You just write the answer true with its real number. You need not produce the statement, true statement here again. You just write true. Number 2, the New York midnight temperature is as the same as the room's. It's false. Here you just write false, then write the correct answer. E2, it's 1 degree lower than the room's. You should not reproduce the sentence. Here just write the correct answer. And number 3, Hong Kong's noon temperature was 30 degrees Celsius, and it's also false. It's 28 degrees Celsius. Number 4, the noon temperature of Paris was 11 degrees higher than the midnight temperature. Is it true or false? Absolutely, it's true. And the number 5 here, the number is E. Okay, it rained heavily at Stockholm. It's false. It was cloudy. Okay, dear answers, I think you understood how you should read the text, then how you should solve the question, and how you should write the answers in your answer script. Dear learners, now it's time to our new lesson, and our today's topic is English for Today, Unit 1, Games of Our Culture, Lesson 3 and 4. Here we are going to learn only our ethnic friends 1 and 2, and related model question number 3 from your Novodut book, and it's only question number 1, 2, 3, not all the question here, because this is the revision class. But we are going to learn something different. Okay, something different that means we are going to solve model question number 3. What is the objective of the class? The objective of the class is to make the learners able to understand how they should read the text and then express the ideas of the text in both ways, spoken and written. And the outcomes of the class, what are that was after the end of the class, the learners will be able to tell the meaning of new words, express the textual meanings, choose answer from MCQs, answer the short answer questions, and choose the right word for filling in the gaps. Okay, dear learners, let's start now. Unit 1, Lesson 3, our ethnic friends 1. First, we will know some vocabulary here, the meaning of the word. Number 1, ethnic, related to a particular race or people. Number 2, important, significant. Number 3, place, that means position. Number 4, region, that means area. Number 5, majority, the large number of part of something. Shifting, always changing or moving, not stable, okay, unstable. Number 7, rural, rustic, country, and not city, urban, okay. Number 8, prepare, make ready. Number 9, cultivation, tillage of land, cultivate of land, okay. Then number 10, tracts, territory, areas, okay. Dear learners, and this is the passage for you from textbook, and it will find you in lesson 3 section B. The ethnic people in Bangladesh hold a very important place in the culture of the country. This country is very important. They are holding an important place in the culture of the country. That is very important. The majority of these people live in the Chattogram hill tracts. The majority of these people live in the Chattogram hill tracts. The others live in the region of Mymensingh, Rajshahi and Sylhet. That means they are living in 4 regions: Chattogram hill tracts, Mymensingh, Rajshahi and Sylhet. They live in forest areas. They live in forest areas, in the hills and in rural areas, not in urban areas. Okay. They do zoom cultivation. They do zoom cultivation. Zoom cultivation, that is different type of method of cultivation. It's not the normal farming. It's a special way of farming that is called zoom cultivation. What is zoom cultivation? The answer is the next sentence. For these, they work. For this work, they clear a piece of land in the forest, prepare it, and sow seeds in it. That is called zoom cultivation. They are mostly farmers, not like the mainstream population like us. They are not farmer, they are not doctors, engineers. They are mostly farmers, but there are also some special people here. But nowadays the trends has been changed. Now we see a lot of ethnic people in our city life. And there are a lot of students who are studying in Milestone College and staying in the college hostel from these races of people. By religion, they are Hindus, Christians, or Buddhist. They speak their own mother tongues. That means they speak their native language. Okay. Some of them are the Chakmas, the Marmas, the Tipras, and the Murongs. Very carefully, you should find out this information. Chakmas, Marmas, Tipras, and Murongs who live in the Chittagong hill tracts. That means these people, these races, live only Chittagong hill tracts. The Sautals live in Rajshahi. Sautals live in Rajshahi. The Khasias and the Monipuris live in Sylhet. Who live in Sylhet? The Khasias and Monipuris. And the Hazangs's and the Garos in Mymensingh. Who live in Mymensingh? Hazangs's and Garos. This information very important because there will be question on it. Dear learners, then we will read from lesson 4, our ethnic friends 2. And first we must know the meaning of some important words. Characteristics, that means features. Wear, that means put on. Communities, that means societies. Staple, that is main. Principle, maize, corn. Poultry, domestic bird raised for eggs and meat. Okay, that means chicken, dog, pigeon, etc. etc. Bugle, musical horn. It's like a horn, especially is made from buffalo horn. Okay. Number 8, traditional, customary. Traditional, that means the things that we are practicing for a long time in a society. Number 9, pastimes, recreation. Recreation, that means a hobby, the works that give us happiness, peace in mind. That is called pastime. Weave, from form into a fabric. Form into a fabric. Okay, make a cloth. Okay, that is called weave. Now we'll have to read the text. Most of the ethnic people living in Bangladesh have some common characteristics, common features. They have their own lifestyle. Their lifestyle is not like something like us. Okay, they are. It's different. It's totally different from us. They build their houses on bamboo or wooden platform called machang. That means what is machang? It's very clear. Machang is a platform made of bamboo or wood. Rice is their staple food. That is the main food is rice. Like us, we have also rice. We have also staple food, and that is also rice. They eat vegetables, maize and fish, poultry and meat. Their kitchen utensils are bamboo or wooden or earthen pots which they make themselves. What is the meaning of kitchen utensils? Kitchen utensils, that means the material, the tools we are the tools we use usually in the kitchen. Okay, that is kitchen utensils. Men wear lungis. That means men wear lungis. Only one cloth, lungis, and women wear thamis or sarongs and engis. Women wear two pieces of cloth. One is thamis or sarongs and another is engis. Engis is common. Women weave their own clothes, and that is very important part. Women weave their own clothes. That means they need the cotton and make the dress by themselves. Hunting and fishing are their favorite pastimes. Hunting and fishing are their favorite pastimes. They are fond of songs, music, dances, theater, and fairs. That means they like hunting, fishing, songs, music, dances, theater, and fairs. Traditional musical instruments used are bugles made from buffalo horn that I have already mentioned, drums, and bamboo flutes. Wrestling is a very popular sport for them. That means wrestling is their popular sport. Here the board takes here, and now we are going to learn model question 3, and you know model question 3 consists of two texts from lesson 3 and lesson 4. Okay, so we must solve all the questions according both of the text lesson 3 and lesson 4. Just take your Navodut book please and find model question number 3, because we are going to learn model question number 3, question number 1, 2 and 3, and we are not going to learn all the questions from there. You should keep it in mind. We will also learn the important question from there that were set in the JS examination in different books and different years. So I will skip some questions from your Navodut book, but the question number will be the same. That will be helpful to you to find the right question from the right place, from the right page, and from the right answer. Okay. The first one of the choose the best answer from the alternative. The word culture means. What is the meaning of culture? We have already learned. Then there is option customs, conventions, ethnicity, society. Here the correct answer is on bold form. Here customs are the right answer. Okay, dear learners. Number B, the ethnic people lived by. How that people live by? Live by farming, cooperative, zoom cultivation, fishing. And for your convenience, I keep the right answer on bold type. And so the ethnic people live by zoom cultivation. Number C, Sylhet district is the living zone of who live in Sylhet district. You should recall, you should collect the information from the passage. Okay, Tipras and Murongs, Chakmas and Maramas, Khasias and Moripuris, Hajongs and Garosu. And the answer is clear. Sylhet district is the living zone of Khasias and Moripuris. Number D, the word tracks in the text mean rivers, region, traffic, transportation. The answer is region. Number E, the word prepare in the text refer to accommodate, rearrange, collect, make. The right answer is collect. And here I would like to mention an important information that you must write only the answer with the serial number. You need not reproduce the question or sentence in your answer script. Okay. The next question for you here, question number F. They sow seeds in dash land. What type of land? Forest land. Here hilly land, plain land, hilly and forest land. There will be two correct answers from here. If you write forest land, that is correct, and if you write hilly and forest land, that will be also correct, because the information is matched with the text information. And J, the ethnic people in Bangladesh play a significant role in the culture of the country. Here the word ethnic means rural, aboriginal, urban and folks. Folk, the man meaning is aboriginal. Okay. And the next one, the ethnic people use dash language. We know mother tongue, that means native language. Foreign language, not foreign, not global, not international, native language. Most of them do the Zoom or a job of cultivation. Okay. Here cleaning, office, housing and farming. No cultivation, that means farming. They are doing Zoom cultivation. That is their Zoom farming. The word tongues in the text means, what does it mean tongues? That means languages. Okay. Language, palate, word, slang. Tongues, that means language. And the next question here, for Zoom cultivation, they choose a piece of land. Where? In the plain land, in the forest, beside a river, in the island, in a forest, in the forest. This question number S. And question number T, the word weave refers to knit, create, invent, paint. Knit. U. Question number U, beagle is a dash. Beagle is a kitchen utensils, musical instrument, sport dish, musical instrument. W. Question number, the word where in the text means stop, follow, put on, hold. That means put on. And opposite word is put on. And Z5 question number, the ethnic people are mainly tillers, teachers, potters, carpenters. You know they are mainly farmers. So what is the meaning here? Tillers. Tiller, that means farmers. I think you have got all the answers here. Now dear learners, this is time to question number 2. The first question is for you. How do the ethnic people lead their livelihood? How? The ethnic people lead their livelihood by a kind of farming called Zoom cultivation. Here it's very clear that we are mentioned they are living their livelihood by farming, cultivation, and the cultivation, the what type of cultivation? The cultivation is called Zoom cultivation. And here I should like to mention you some information for you, that if your question is in present tense, you must write your answer in present tense. If your question is in past tense, you must write your answer in past tense. And you should use the language of question here. If you notice here, the ethnic people lead their livelihood. The ethnic people live their livelihood by, this is the answer, by a kind of farming called Zoom cultivation. So you must find out the keyword of the question, and keyword of the question will be the answer. You just rearrange the answer according to the tense and structure of the question, and that will credit you full marks. If you just copy from the text, it will credit not the full credit. It will give you less marks. So sometimes you ask you, sir, why have you given me less marks? That is very important. You should be careful in writing this type of answer. What does Zoom cultivation means? Zoom cultivation means a kind of, here's the language. Zoom cultivation means, here there will be no S at the end of this, because the question is what does. Here yes, so we should not use S at the end of the mean. You should be very, very careful. Zoom cultivation means a kind of farming in the forest area that is related to ethnic people. In this farming, what is farming? The first they clear a piece of land in forest area, prepare it, and finally sow seeds in it. Number C, how do they contribute in our country? How do they contribute? They contribute much in our country in respect of their cultural activities such as music, dance. By doing Zoom cultivation, they also contribute in our economy. There are two reasons here, two things. Number one is cultural and number is economy. Next question number D. Why do most of the ethnic people live in Chattogram hill tracts? Why? The answer, most of the ethnic people live in Chattogram hill tracts because they are habituated to do Zoom cultivation for their livelihood. And this area is suitable for this type of cultivation. So they are living in this area. Number E. Where do the ethnic people live? Where do the ethnic people live? We know it. They don't live in the town, in urban area. The ethnic people live in the forest area, in the hills, and in rural areas. What are their traditional musical instruments? The traditional musical instruments are bugle made from buffalo horns, drums, and bamboo flutes. The next question for you, what sorts of cultivation do they practice and how? Some questions are repeated here because this type of question were sent in the board in the JS examination. They practice a kind of cultivation called zoom. For this, first they clear a piece of land in a forest, prepare it, and finally sow seeds in it. The same answer are mentioned earlier. Number K, with what is the machang made? The machang is made of wood or bamboo. Number L, how do they enjoy their pastimes? They enjoy their pastimes by hunting and fishing. They also like songs, music, dances, theater, and fairs. Number M, what do you know about their dress? The men wear lungis and women wear thamis or sarongs and angis. Women weave their own clothes. That is very most important part. That is the most important part. Where and how do they do Zoom cultivation? They do Zoom cultivation in the forest areas. For these, first they clear a piece of land in the forest area, prepare it, and finally sow seeds in it. Where do the majority of ethnic people live in? The majority of the ethnic people live in Bangladesh. The majority of the ethnic people in Bangladesh live in the Chattogram hill tracts. What is Machan? The ethnic people build their houses on bamboo or wooden platforms. This platform is called Machan. Dear learners, and now this question number 4, you will find this question in your model question number 3, and you know this type of fill in the gaps is not set from the same passage. It is set from different passages from an English for today. And this text is also set from different text, and you will find this text in unit 9. Okay, taking off. This is the present here. Human beings conquered the distance on Earth by discovering wheels. They dashed further. Then on December 17, 1903, the Wright brothers in America made the first experiment of flying in a plane. In the experiment, a machine carried a man and dashed above by its own power. The machine was called a plane. It flew naturally at a smooth speed and finally dashed without damage. That was human beings' first real takeoff. And now they have got a dash speed. In a supersonic speed, something travels faster than sound. So the sky is the limit now. This text is from your book, and you must, if you learn all the text, read all the text again and again, then it will be very, very easy for you. And here is the answer for you. They endeavored further. Okay, first on the A number. Then on December 2017, the Wright brothers in America made the first experiment of flying in a plane, and in the experiment, a machine carried a man and rose above by its own power. The machine was called a plane. It flew naturally at a smooth speed and finally landed without any damage. That was human beings' first real takeoff. And now they have got a supersonic speed. In a supersonic speed, something travels faster than sound. So the sky is the limit now. I think you have got all the answers, and I think you have understood how the text should be read, how what type of questions are set in the JS examination, and how you should write it. And now it's time for your homework. Homework number 39, question number 2. You must write answers of the question A from A to F. These five answer of the five questions should be written and to submit your subject teachers. I think, my dear learners, you have enjoyed the class with me, and now it's time to go. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye bye.